Howdy y'all, and welcome to Jab Plays. Today we are working on the Satisfactory Plus No Handcrafting Challenge. In the last episode, we landed on the planet, placed automatic miners on 3 different resource nodes, built the hub, automated biomass for power, and we temporarily made production lines to make the following things: iron ingots, copper ingots, iron plates, iron rods, copper wire, and concrete. So what we're working on today is, after sleeping on it, I have decided that the next logical thing is going to be ore sorting. So let's go ahead and get the milestone together for ore sorting. I think that we have everything that we need. All right, we need concrete, which is not a problem. We can get concrete from over here, and I'll talk about why I decided on the ore resources or the sorter. I felt like that it would be better to get that going, and then we can work on power after that. I just felt like stretching out the resource made sense. Power wasn't an issue till I woke up this morning and realized, well, hey, we ran out of biomass over there, and we're going to have to get more biomass. But on the other hand, it doesn't take too terribly long to get it, so I'm not too terribly worried about it. So we'll do that, and then over here in this box, I put stuff that we can't make right now. So we do have it. I'm just putting it over here. That way I understand that it's a resource that we have limited stuff on. That way we don't go through it. You know, it's kind of like, if I got to get it out of the box, then I know that we're paying for something. So we've unlocked what did we unlock? We unlocked the sorter. So let's look at this. What I want to do is I want to make a miner. I want to make a sorter, and we may have to make another one of these. So let's get a list together what we're going to need to make these. All right, we've got that. We've got the reinforced plates. We're going to have that. All right, we're just going to have to make the wire, which is not a problem. So we'll go ahead and head over there and get this going. All right, first things first, let's get us another constructor down, because we're gonna need to make the wire that we don't have right now. Put that in there, and no, go from there to there. Or do I have, yeah, that'll work. And we need what, 24? So we'll wait on 24. All right, we got our 24. Let's dismantle it. And let's see what we got going on here. All right, I'm gonna have to dismantle all this real quickly, because we're gonna have to make some room, and I'll explain to you what it is that we're doing, or at least attempt to. So the first thing we're gonna do is we need to get we need to clear the portable miners off. So pick that up, pick that up, and pick that up. All right, cool. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and build us another biomass generator, because we know we're going to need it. Put that there. Alright, so I can put that in there, and I can put that in there, and let's see how we're going to do this. I need room, and I don't have enough room. So let's come up here where I can see. Oh, this is gonna be bad. All right, so we're gonna put down the miner first. There's the modular miner, and it's a big chunky boy. And we're gonna put the head on it. And we'll take a look at it. And what it does is it gives you 2 lines of 30 a minute. This is a pure node, so that's 60. And here's the thing. You just can't feed one out. You have to use both of them. If not, once this side fills up, it doesn't output anymore. So, you know, that's a thing. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put down the crusher, right? Because you guys seen how the crusher works. And, yeah, you know what? And the beautiful thing about the crusher is it's got 2 outputs or inputs, and the miner has 2 outputs. So boom, it plugs in just like that. And we'll put 2 boxes. All right, I know this is, well, hang on a second. Let's put the crusher down. We'll put the crusher down. And, oh good Lord. This is where I want to do this in a way that kind of makes some sense, and I don't want to cross stuff up too much with what we're limited with. There we go. And the problem is, all right, let's talk about the recipe under crusher, right? So what crushed iron does is it takes your crushed diorite, right? Makes crushed iron, crushed tin, and crushed rock. Also, by doing this, we get a recipe that allows us to make impure iron ingots or crushed diorite, and it's 30 for 30. However, iron ingots are crushed iron 30 for 30. And you're like, well, hang on a second, Chad. If you're crushing it, why is it worth it? And the answer is simply this. We're also getting crushed tin out of it and more rock. So it is stretching the resource, even though it's not stretching the iron resource out. It's giving us an additional resource. Plus, it's giving us more rock to make concrete. So that's not a bad thing. So what we need to do is we need to get 3 boxes down. Hopefully I can get this all to work. I don't know. We're gonna try. All right, and you know, all right, you don't want to work like that. Can I get you to work like this? Now can we kind of get you yeah, there we go. All right, now no. All right, this is what I get for not building on foundations, which is fine. I need plates. All right, the good news is we do have plates over here. Yeah, we got plates. Oh, get out of there. Get out of there. I will tell you, I know that the stone comes out of the middle. I can't remember if it comes out of the right or the left, so it's going to be a surprise for everybody involved. that ain't gonna work. That'll work. And that'll work. It doesn't look... All right, I understand, guys. It does not look great. However, it gets the job done. And we'll put one more box right here. Or at least it gets the job done until we get foundations. Small price to pay. All right, boom, boom, boom. All right, now all we gotta do is we gotta hook all this stuff up. Now, let me tell you the cool thing about this is these things daisy chain. So I can go from that one to that one to the miner, I think. Yeah. And these new buildings will daisy chain off of each other. And if we look at this, this is a maximum capacity. It is 46, so I did need another thing. So if we come out here, we can see the production line going. Did I give it a recipe? Oh, no. Crushed stearite. So this is going to come in here, and this is going to crush the stearite like it normally did. We're going to get the stone coming out of the right side. The left side should be the ore. In theory. Yes. So then the ore is going to come into this machine when it eventually gets here. And what it's going to do is it's going to take 24 crushed stearite. It's going to give us 18 crushed iron, 12 crushed tin, and 8 crushed stone for 24. So you can see it, it's 120 in, 90 out, 60 out, 40 out for 15 megawatts. It is a oh, here we can stuff it. It is a thirsty boy. However, we can come in here, we can kind of see, I think this is going to be the ore, and I think that's going to be the tin. Yeah. So if we come in here, this is the crushed iron. And over here, that is what crushed tin looks like. So that's off and running. So what I can do is, hey, I've got here. We'll do crushed iron out of that. We'll do crushed tin out of that until the crushed tin is gone. And that will take care of all of that. And that's going on right there. Now, as you noticed, that there was only one recipe that we could do on this, right? There's we will get the ability to crush other things in the future, and I'll show you that in the MAM. Not the MAM, but the hub. At the time of this recording, we have 12 subscribers in the channel. If you're enjoying the story and the challenge, hit the subscribe button. Help us get to 100. All right, we're in the hub, and I believe it is... Yeah, when we unlock advanced sorting, this will give us crushed copper and zinc, which will be used in that. That'll give us more options in the sorter. But until we unlock advanced sorter, we're capped out on the zinc. And I'm sure there's some of you guys that are just like going, well, Jab, you put these things down. What can we do with lazurite ore? And that's a great question. And the way to explain that is, what am I looking for? Can we do it in Lazurite ore. Let's go into here. We can handcraft it into concrete, which no. We can crush it and it turns into crushed lazurite and we get stone. And crushed lazurite can be used into something in the future that we don't know about just yet. So that's why I haven't done anything with it. When we unlock it, we will come back to it. We can come in here and kind of guess. Hang on a second. I think it's under, it may be under zinc. It may be under zinc, or it could be the bronze, right? With the bronze, it's been a while since I played this mod, so I can't remember off the top of my head. But like I said, we will unlock it when we can get there. So one of the things that we're running into is that we only have 17 reinforced iron plates. And if we look at this, we need 10 to unlock this. And then I think the assembler needs reinforced plates to make it. But we also need 10 to do this. So how do we get more reinforced plates without handcrafting it? And the answer is, well, we can go look for shipwrecks. So let's go ahead and head this direction over here. The closest shipwreck is over here, and we'll bring you to that when we get there. All right, we're at the shipwreck. Now the cool thing about the shipwrecks is in 1.1, we can delete stuff, so we get free resources out of the shipwrecks. Boom, boom, boom. And if we get high enough, which we just have to parkour up here, there's a shipwreck up on top of this pedestal, so to speak. Yeah, get up there, up there. I am not good at climbing. I usually use foundations to do this, but we don't have any. But we can find things underground. There's rotors. There's some modular frames. There's some plates. And do we have, yes, we have the rod, so we can unlock this. Let's grab the hard drive. Ada's going to tell us all about it.
Hard drive successfully acquired. All pioneers are contractually obliged to preserve and secure any recovered hard drives for future analysis, which may result in benefits to the Fix-It mission. Speculation as to why there...
That's fine, Ada. We don't need to know. But here's the beautiful thing. There's 37 reinforced plates. This is going to help us tremendously to unlock stuff. So now we have enough to basically do research and all that other stuff, and we got everything done. And just so that you understand, like, there's the hub off in the distance, there's our iron, and you could see it way right there's our copper production, there's the hub. So I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the iron production really quick. Oh, no. All right, you know what? We didn't hook stuff up. So let's hook that up to there. Let's take this and put those in there. Let's put these into there, and let's take a look along and see what we got. So we've got, the crushed tin is doing that, and we can put that in a smelter to make tin. Right now I don't need tin. We can take that, come in here, let's change the recipe into iron ingots. Throw that in there, change this into iron ingots, and do I have more crushed iron? I do. We'll do that. We'll do this. And you know what? Let's go ahead and belt this directly into that one, because it does have a box, overflow box, so it will keep going. And is this working? Well, you tell me, right? We've got this many iron ingots on hand right now. We have 200 plates, which is not great. However, as long as we keep feeding it, it'll be fine. You know, we've got rods going, which, like I said, it's not perfect, but it's on hand and it's going. If we look into here, we've got a good amount of concrete. Let's run over to the copper section. All right, we're at the copper section. Oh, the concrete's empty because we grabbed concrete earlier. But we've got 200 copper wire. We've got some copper, and we've got that. We would have more, but to be honest, we ran out of energy. Let's go ahead and grab this. We could put a miner down, but right now I just don't see a reason to automate this just yet. There's more pressing issues that we need to work on. And all right, that's the iron. All right, so let's talk about the elephant in the room. the issues that we're running into right now. Simply this: we have a power issue, right? And in order to fix our power issue, it looks like we need to do field research so we can get the chainsaw and we can get the biofuel. All right, so it looks like this is going to be our next pressing issue the next time that we get together. I have everything that we need to do to be able to unlock it right now, and the chainsaw will help it. The chainsaw will dramatically help us be able to get resources quicker. We can't fully automate it in the way I wanted because we don't have splitters and mergers yet, or Mark II belts, but it's okay. I think that this is the next progression, and then after that we can go into base building. All right, guys, if you made it this far, I greatly appreciate it. You're rock stars, right? My question for you guys is simply this. Let me know what your favorite color is. That way I know that you've made it this far, and for the other people in the chat that don't know, well, they don't know because they didn't make it that far, and that's okay. All right, guys, if I don't see you in between now and then, have a fantastic week, and as always, happy farming.